It's the Cleveland Browns, now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns, now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock. With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Bengals.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by a much-discussed third-rounder in last year's draft, the second-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader, teams went 43-6 while he was in college, has speed, dual-threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
First down, here's Ridder. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ridder to the sideline and incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Ridder with another throw on second down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Ridder throwing on third down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Cade York on now for the field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Off play action. Nix lets one go downfield for Pierce. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Nix. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It's taken to the 26. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Ritter will set up to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Back to throw, Ritter. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Andrew Wingard. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Ritter back to throw. Looking for London on the out route complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Ritter with it after the play fake. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Alex Anzalone drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. He had the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Here we go, back.
Ritter now. And caught by London. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Ritter to throw it. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To the air again, it's Ritter. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Working from the gun, Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Ritter. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10, eluding the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Nix.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's Ritter. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Ronnie, check right, check pink.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Nix trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense back to work now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Throwing, Duggan. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Duggan now to throw. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Duggan.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
Turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Throwing on 1st down. Nix. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Nix. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The final shot before break. Nix. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached half.
Looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, Nix.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd down, Nix.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Opposite, green, blue, check.
Going play action. Ritter.
Rolling to his right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back 38.
Reed Blankenship. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Ritter takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Ritter off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll try to shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal, as now they're dealing with a little bit bigger of a deficit. 1st and 10.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Nix. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nix. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Off play action. Nix. Little short pass here to Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, which to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now Bengals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Stop, 17.
Back to throw, Ritter. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed.